Hi, beautiful people. I decided to do a stream to check in with you guys. Yes, I intentionally waited late. Well, because because I just did. It was just a lot. It was a lot today. So, first off, I am just I'm feeling better than I did this morning, but I'm not feeling great and it's going to be good morning, Daniel. So, it's going to be a quick stream. I'll be okay, but I'm in kind of a bit of pain. So, but it is what it is. We still gotta live, right? We still got things we gotta do. I decided to title this for really no better title besides I have my own story. And the reason why I titled this, I spent today thinking about a lot of stuff besides my appointment not going like I wanted to because I didn't get to get my procedure done, which is why I'm in this pain right now. Uh, that's going to be taken care of. But emotionally and spiritually, my energy has been off. All right. And that's not good for me. And I am just a very sensitive person. I'm sensitive to a lot of people. However, I have a lot of work that I need to do. So I titled this, I Have My Own Story, and this is why. My whole thing is my journey and my sobriety stuff. And I know that most people don't care about it, but I have to care about it because if I fall, there is nobody to catch me. And I remember when just a few years ago, I was in such a bad space that I didn't think that I could ever be where I am today. And I'm not willing to give that up for anybody. I can't tell you how peaceful life has been. And Danielle, I hope you're doing okay. And so, with that being said, sometimes I have to think about stuff, and I want for some of you, and I got a lot of new subscribers that came from other places. All right. And a lot of it's from my just other places, all right, not from any sectors. And I get it. So some people get me, some don't. But I have a lot that I have to do on my own, but I have a lot to offer. And I'm more interested in other people that want more, that don't enjoy tearing other people down and those kind of things. And I have to say that I can roast and gag with the best of them. I can do all this stuff with the best of them, but I chose to walk away from all of that stuff for a reason, because I need to have my peace. Mental health, I need my world quiet, if that makes sense. Why? Because I can't afford to go backwards. I refuse to go backwards. Let me greet you guys real quick. There's just a few of you, so let me greet you. Kelly Ray said, MU, I hope you're taking care of yourself. Sometimes you have to unplug from all this negativity. That's what I'm talking about tonight. And I am sitting still because I ache. So just give me a prayer. I'm supposed to get this procedure done now Saturday. I have to wait another week. So not life threatening, but something that has to be done. But I'm in an extreme amount of discomfort. And with that being said, I had to think about the conversations that I was having today, the extra noise. Hopefully, you guys are following me without me saying too much. And all of the nonsense. I am a mom first and foremost. I have to take care of my child. And so, huh? Ricky, what is going on with you? And you have to go to a Ricky to get my chakra? Who's gonna shock me? What you talking about? Hi, Miss Things, love. How are you doing? Hey, Risa. I'm just chatting with you guys. So it's been a lot. Now, when a person is going through stuff, like I watched a ton of videos on what is it like to be in shelters, what kind of mental, how does that affect your mentality? How does it affect your like how to pour yourself out of it? I watched a ton, okay? And I will never turn my back on somebody where that needs help. But it doesn't mean that I have to be present, if that makes sense. You can love people from afar. And so the problem is, because sometimes I can get caught in the middle of things because of my heart, because I'm caring, because I'm always reaching out to people, that sometimes my own needs kind of come second. And that can't be, because at the end of the day, my most important thing is my recovery, my role, because I'm on 3 years. And I have to tell you that when I was thinking that and I was saying this before, when I was thinking like, oh my God, things are never going to get better, I had to do the work. And that was unplugging off of YouTube. That was I didn't go back to work for financial reasons. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went back to work for structure. I went back to work. Well, I started working because I didn't work for anyone but myself. I wanted to enter society, and I think that when you are in a bad situation, and I say this out of nothing but respect, but when you're in a situation, you have to want to get out of it. And sometimes you could be in such a bad situation that you don't know how to get out of it. But that's not my story as far as the homeless journey and all of that. I would love, anytime you guys want to hit my link, you hit my link. Any of you can come up here and share. Any of you can. Um, But just know that I'm listening from my point of view and with the empathetic ear, because I have overcome a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of horrible things. People say the worst of the worst about me and stuff like that. And I have to ignore all of that and do my thing. So when I do tell people like, hey, you need to ignore stuff and focus on your real life circumstances, I'm saying that out of personal experiences. But I could tell you guys some really bad stories and situations. And oh, I read that one. Rika is like, oh, Reiki. Oh, that verse is always coming to the rescue when I butcher something. Thank you. So, I think some of the decisions that I have made going forward, I might have to say in the morning more specifically, but there's some things that, how do I say? I have to worry about myself. And unfortunately, it's too easy to make commentary for me. It's too easy for me to just get caught up. I have to go back to my no contact kind of thing, especially for a while, because I'm not in a good space right now. And I can't be in a bad space because of other people's problems. I don't know how to explain that any better than that. I'll try better tomorrow to really map out what I'm thinking more. But YouTube, entertainment and educational purposes. I don't need people trying to pry more into my life. I don't need people trying to cause complications for me. And I need to be able to always kind of share what I'm going through on my own. I'm about to reach 3 months in sobriety. And you know what? I so much want to be like a regular person, but I can't because of the stigma. I'll never really be accepted by people. So I've learned to not worry about being accepted and just to do my own thing. Now, anytime I extend a friendship to somebody or stuff like that, that friendship cannot cause me stress. Let's leave it just like that. And sometimes, like I said, you have to love people from afar to protect your own peace and your own state of mind. If my friendship with someone is going to cause me to be in a lot of battles, well, that's taken away from my channel and it's taken away from the things that I've built. And that is to provide a safe space for people to speak and to share stories and stuff like that. I cannot use my channel to battle with you guys. Now, if I find you in a different space and it goes left, that's different. That's why I tell you guys, I'm nice over here, but I may not be nice in other spaces, okay? But I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I'm going to get out of here because I don't know if y'all even understand what I'm saying. And I apologize for my earlier stream, but I was on medication that had to wear off and I really couldn't articulate my thoughts. And I find myself struggling tonight. It's a really, really not good time for me right now for a couple reasons. Number one, I have to be careful with the medication that I take. I have to be careful with so many things, and it's just a really sensitive time, if you guys understand. So I cannot handle any stress. I can handle stress, but my stress. Do you understand what I'm saying? Probably not. So like the strongest thing I'll take is an Aleve, but mm, I'll leave it like that. All right. I can't walk away from the things that I'm going through, and I want to stay in my safe space. That means a small. I hope that some of you can relate, because some of you are online acting amok, and then some of you are going through some real life stuff. The ones that are going through real life stuff and they get online acting like they have it all together, I'm never going to do that for you guys. If I'm going through something, I'm going to come online and be like, you know what, this is what I'm going through. And I have a lot of good days, but this isn't one of them. And especially not one of them when I have to make tough decisions. I have asked somebody to unmod me and to take the wrench away. And I ain't asked to mod people's chats, number one. Number two, there's some things that conflict with my beliefs, and I feel like a certain person should have a mod that's in her chat actively. That's I have to work. And when I go to work, I turn it off. I turn off YouTube. And lately, this is no dig at anybody. Please don't take this negative. But for those of you that have followed me, you've noticed I haven't been online a lot. And since someone reached out to me to extend help, I've been online a lot more. And that just can't be the case, you guys. Right now, I am going to keep going live and stuff like that until I get my monetization back. But I could tell my story better in an upload without communicating to people. And some of you don't really care about it. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the ones that don't want a perfect person online, that don't want somebody that's going to come here and BS you, that don't want to fight with you, that don't, well, sometimes we're going to fight. Sometimes we're going to fight, but it's not, sometimes we're going to have a disagreement, but we should still be able to break bread at the end of the day. Okay. I'm not going to want to dox you. I'm not going to want to hurt you or your family or put pictures on you and stuff like that. But those things are done to me all the time. So because they're done to me, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to remove myself from the situation every single time. But I've got to put myself first in this instance because I'm not well. All right. And that means that I have to lighten my load. And I hate to say it that way. I spent hours, though. I had to write out some stuff, and I had to say that even when I'm listening to you guys, I'm listening to people all day long. I feel that my story is getting lost in all of this stuff. I reach out. I'm sensitive to other people because I know what it's like to dig yourself out of a dark space. Okay? I understand how to do that. And if I can't help you do that with what I'm saying, then I'm not able to benefit you, and I'm not interested in that conversation. Look, being this transparent is admirable. Pride is one of the hardest things to swallow. You're doing great. Believe me, it's a lot of people going through stuff. You're not alone. Thank you. Thank you. Stay light in you. Good night. Thank you, all upwards. I appreciate you. Hey, Barn Dog. When does Janelle move in? Hey, Mike. I think she's she's doing all right. She's got her channel. She's I'm definitely, I don't understand this whole, we're in such a wealthy country. Nobody should be homeless out here. No one should. But it is a huge problem because once you lose your shelter, so to speak, and I don't mean shelter like where she's staying. I'm talking about like your foundation. You really are in a bad spot. And those are the things I was studying. Like, I know resources in California. I do not know resources in Vegas. I have a family member out there, but I don't really know the resources out there. And that's what I mean by sometimes, yeah, it's okay to blog your situation, but you really need to focus on, you know what? I need this because it just messes with your mind, right? It's like you're very vulnerable out there. But I'm vulnerable as well because I'm doing great in my opinion. But if I'm talking to somebody else that's never struggled and I'm like, I have 3 years sober, they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Like, you don't have any time. I'm well aware of that, right? But for me, it is a lot of time. But I really have to take the load off right now for a few days, you guys, and just really, really take care of myself. And we still got to talk about Trump and these executive orders and what's happening at the. I'm not doing that tonight. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm not talking about Trump. But there's things that I really, really want to talk about, and I haven't been able to talk about it to you guys. Hi, Morid Zone. I'm not turning my back on her. That's not what I'm saying. You look fantastic. Good to see you. Peace and blessings. Good to see you too, Cutting Edge. Miss Thing says, agreed. No one should be homeless. It's disgraceful and shameful. Miss Things, and I tell you, I've been watching videos all day to understand better. And I even looked up the shelters in California because I want to be somebody. I have tons of things that I could donate. Miss Things, it is shameful. However a person got themselves in that situation, you have to remember that most Americans are, this is what they say, okay, I don't know. Most Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless. And then when I think about it, can any of us stand a catastrophe or an emergency? Can we? Or will we be put in a situation that's unfortunate? Some of us don't have family to be able to pick up the pieces. And we could find ourselves in a situation like that. And I'm like, this is a wealthy country. I live, well, not mind about where I live, but I don't see a lot of homelessness where I live. But there is one lady that happens to be homeless. She's a Black lady. I did come across her. I've reached out to her, but it's so out of place. And there's some places where they do. Have you guys heard of aggressive agriculture or architecture? Aggressive architecture. Have you guys heard of that? Anyway, that's like, so they make it so people that are homeless can't sleep like on benches, so they're not comfortable in their surroundings and stuff like that. So they want to move the problem so people can't see it. So I had to really look for the homeless people in Palm Springs, and they're. Mhm. And I'm trying to think of how to film it without being distasteful. How do I do that? Because what if one of them chased me or something because they're mad at me? I don't know. Shelters suck. The homeless crisis and the environment are my biggest issues. It does suck because it's hard. You need a place to keep your things and you need a place to lay your head and to be safe. But I'm gonna believe that I believe that she could pull herself out of it. I do. Because I had to pull myself out of a situation. And I saw the comments online where people thought I wasn't gonna do it. People said I wasn't gonna make it. I'm always gonna. And you always got people that's like, oh, misunderstood is still using as they look a hot mess as they're hiding. Oh, I'm not dragging. I forgot. As they're hiding behind a black screen, mad at MU. I'm not worried about those people. Okay. You still have people that's like, oh, she's not gonna make it. She has junky behavior, and I'm like, what exactly? Define junky behavior? Working, graduating, going back to school, taking care of my kids. If that's it, like I said yesterday, I hope more people can do it. I don't care. People don't say what they want to say. But life is good. Life is lifing. I'm not. We did kind of talk about this though. Like I have to be okay myself, and not only that, I don't really trust a lot of people. There's been a lot of things that has been done outside of YouTube, and my family is what's most important to me. And my kids, we went bowling today. We had a really good time, and then my son went out without me for the first time. He went to the movies, and I'm just like, oh my God, I was so lonely. But you know, you know. Chuck said, "How are you guys doing?" Anyway, enough about me. Did I make sense to you guys, or was I kind of like, you guys don't understand what I'm saying? Oh no. I'm more protective of my peace and my personal space, and mm, and I'll probably say a lot more tomorrow, and I probably won't. Just really, I don't know what the hell it was. Mike, what you talking about? I don't know what y'all talking about there. Well, you guys, I've been here for 20 minutes. I don't know. Like I said, I know that it's late. I just kind of came out here. There's a lot of things that's going on, but I just wanted to say that I had a lot of decisions that I had to make, and uh, I think for me, it's like as much as I like helping people, I can't do that to the detriment of my own health, and I can't do that to where I'm feeling like just down and exasperated and tired, because there's nobody on this app that is worth that feeling. There's so many people that want to play in other people's lives, but this is my real life, and I cannot go backwards to where I used to be. I don't know what the heck you talking about in chat. I wasn't really looking. I was just talking about. I'm done with all that stuff, you guys. What? Oh, that's not what I was trying to highlight. I was trying to highlight that one. I definitely can't imagine being homeless, but I about fell out when I saw eggs. Oh man, did you see? I don't know if I still posted that picture. The pictures on my community wall where a darn 5-pound chicken was $22. What? I refuse. I ended up. What did I buy? I think I bought a steak that was $23, and I made that. I think that's what I made. I don't know. Eggs are $11 here in California, Kelly Rays, so $9 is really expensive too. Mm. Yeah, that's crazy, Kelly. I don't know. Someone told me, like, okay, y'all be tripping in my comment section because I had posted that chicken, the $23 chicken on my community wall, and some people were saying it's because of Donald Trump. No, no. That that started with it wasn't Donald Trump. Donald Trump just got into the Oval Office. The price of eggs have already been high, and the cost of that chicken was before Donald Trump got into office. You can't blame everything on Donald Trump. Now, I'm not talking about Trump tonight, and I don't want people to think that I'm all for Trump. I'm for the Oval Office and who's in office, okay? But don't blame people on certain people just because you don't like them. That plate of rice, Mike, I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are trolling. I don't know. Okay, good night to you too, Chuck. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But all right, y'all. I know that this was see, you got a whole chicken for $8? Well, I'm in California. I don't know where you are, but and see, so Kelly, sometimes the chicken is, and I don't know if it's because I buy it organic or not, but I still think that that was a lot. Because sometimes, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, the price just varies. Because I have been able to get a whole chicken for $8, $9, but yesterday it was $22 and some change. So, and when I go to the grocery store, I spend no less than like $75, $80 on a single meal for my family. So it is a lot. And that's what I'm saying. Times are tough, and you just never know when you're going to need somebody. So I do try to be there. But for some of you, I had to be there emotionally. It was 20 degrees yesterday because it was 20 degrees yesterday because of Trump mistakes. Trump was responsible for that. Okay. Yeah. Y'all see Barron, how he's viral? Donald Trump has a beautiful family. But you guys, again, Some of you call Trump orange. Some of you call him the Antichrist or whatever. Hmm. But I have to be careful with my comments because I ain't trying to piss people off. A lot of people are worried about the deportations and stuff like that, and I hear you. I hear you. So I'm careful. I'm trying to be careful and not talk about that stuff over here. Okay? So I'm not trying to piss people off. I don't know. Maybe we will in the morning, but probably not. I'm waiting because that is how I lost my coin talking about Mr. Trump so much. But that's another story for another day. What else is going on, you guys? I know it's been crazy on the streets. I have not been on the YouTube streets today, but I have heard whispers and the things that's going on in the sectors. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, yeah, it's a lot. But I don't report on that kind of news anymore. Trump fixed global warming in 4 days. Mike. You want to know the thing that did bother me today is when somebody said that Trump canceled Black History Month. I'm like, that was not verified. That was not true. They're just lying on Mr. Trump. Okay. I have a feeling. What's good, bud? People are gonna blame him for a lot of things these 4 years, but you just gotta stay prayed up. Pray for the country. Pray for people. Be aware and just participate. Now, if you didn't vote, not interested in what you had to say because you didn't even use your vote. But if you did vote, remember to vote for your local representatives and stay involved in the process. Be part of the process. We all have a voice and we can all make a difference. All right. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm like, we're sitting over here fighting over Donald Trump and Kamala or you've seen all the presidents hanging out together at Jimmy Carter's funeral, right? An amazing person. May he rest in peace. So what are we fighting about? We don't know what's happening behind closed doors. They get along. They're just on different sides of the fence, But why are we fighting with each other? What we need to do is be aware. Hey, sweet one, what's good? That's what we need to do. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. But I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to the pronouns and stuff like that being gone, I'm not gonna cry about it. I don't want to refer to people as they and them. If that makes me bad, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I don't see any other countries doing that. I prefer regular pronouns, he, she, Other than that, I support the community. Trump train, I don't know, you guys, but life is lifing right now. Life is good. I really didn't come live to talk about anything at all, so I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'll see y'all in Me Either, child. I'm just glad to. Oh my goodness. I think that medicine wore off because I'm still feeling kind of slow right now. Two genders. It was really hard. So I had to speak to my child, both my kids, about the pronouns and how they identify. My daughter is really interesting. Now, she identifies as, she, singular. My son said he. We didn't. I was just interested because that's a younger generation, and I kind of thought that she would probably have taken on the binary thing, and no, she's not. She's in those kind of ways. She has my conservative views. My son is just like a little Republican, I'm sorry, he's an independent thinker, but he's so young, it could change. But he's pretty independent. I'm not trying to persuade my kids one way or the other. I don't know. Do you guys talk to your kids about politics, or do you feel like you don't want to influence them? We talk about everything, so we just do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna lay down. You guys take care. Feel free to like, comment, and share. I'm going to think about some of the stuff that I said today, and I'll be back probably later. We could chill. Maybe I'll come back a couple times because next week, during the week, I have to focus and I probably won't be online as much. But until I get my monetization back, it's got to just be chill over here, very vanilla, very plain. And then we'll get back on track, hopefully in about 20 days or so. So just if you guys can write it out with me, just write it out. All right. We'll get back on track. But I got to do what I got to do for my channel because I took a hit a little bit, and so that's why I really haven't been talking about much, and I just been kind of coming on and just chilling. So all right, y'all, I love you guys. Take care, and I will see y'all in sometime tomorrow. Okay, feel free to like, comment, and share, and leave a comment under my comment section if you want me to clarify something for later today. Bye bye.